Hi, welcome back to the Dragon Authors BookTube. Today we want to talk about treasures from the vault. What are some of the books that you've read in the past that you absolutely love that are maybe getting a little bit older now? Maybe they're 10 years old, maybe they're 15 years old. We're not going to go higher than that, but maybe they're older. Maybe it's something you read in the past that you just really loved and you'd love to return to it, or you'd love to share it with people and say, hey, if you haven't heard of this one, if it was before your reading time, we absolutely love it, right? Let's share those with each other. So we are going to pull a couple of our favorites from the vault today. And one of those is Goblin Quest by Jim Hines. Goblin Quest is actually a trilogy. It's a really fun trilogy about a goblin. You guessed it, Jig the Goblin is the main character. There aren't a lot of fantasy books where the goblin is a main character, and it's what makes this trilogy so special. Jim Hines' writing is wonderful. It pulls you straight into the story and just makes you fall right in love with Jig, who is a hero in spite of himself. He often doesn't want to be the hero, but it just keeps turning out that way, and it's absolutely hilarious. So the entire trilogy is really fun. We read these when they first came out and absolutely loved them, and we thought we'd share them with you today because they are really fun, humorous fantasy reads. Okay, next up is, what do we have in the vault? What is it? Alexander McCall Smith's The #1 Ladies Detective Agency. This series has many, many books in it. The first ones were out in the early 2000s. So the series spans a long writing period. I absolutely loved every single one of them. Yes, I read the entire series. I did. And I've absolutely fallen in love with all of the characters. I've fallen in love with the entire series. It takes place in Botswana and is a fascinating read that is really character driven. Things happen, but it's not one of those action-packed adventure kinds of mystery novels. They are fun, relaxed, laid back, remind me a little bit of James Herriot novels, if you're familiar with those. That's another good one from the vault. We're not going to highlight that this week. We'll do that another time. But this one reminds me of that series a lot in the sense that it is heartfelt and it is funny, and it's really driven by the characters themselves because you just fall in love with the people who are so wonderful. And for me, at least, especially living in the United States, that is a very different setting for me. So I really loved that about the setting. I love reading books that are set in places that I have not been to before myself, because I love getting little windows into other places and other cultures. That's really fun for me. I love the entire series. I love these characters. I can't get enough of them. So if you haven't read Alexander McCall Smith's #1 Ladies Detective Agency, start with this one. It's the first one in the series. If you haven't read it, definitely pick it up and give it a try if that sounds interesting to you. Really fun book, character-driven book, but if you like that, you will love these. And Jig the Goblin, Goblin Quest by Jim Hines. Pick that one up if you like fantasy and you like a good laugh. It is hilarious. We will keep doing these every once in a while, bring up books from the vault and series from the vault, but we would love to know what you've read that you loved, maybe something that really spoke to you at a certain point in your life, maybe something that encouraged you to want to be a writer yourself. Share those books with us. Share your treasures from the vault. We would love to see them in the comments. So don't forget to post them, and we'll see you on here next time.